So, lovely October day. We've taken the opportunity in between spells of rain to get out here in the forest, have a little wander around, enjoy the autumn colours, and if we can, find some mushrooms too. So here's what we found first off. This is a fallen branch of oak, I think, possibly beech. I think actually it is beech. And these are porcelain mushrooms. And I actually only learned about these the other day on Marlowe's Wild Food UK. But these are definitely the porcelain mushrooms because they've got this slimy top when they're wet, and they're growing on stalks out of the side and top of a fallen beech log. I'm not going to pick them because they're rather small specimens, and to be honest, I'm hoping I'm going to find something else today. Okay, we've got some more specimens here of porcelain mushrooms. Now these ones do look a little bit more worthwhile, so we'll come back this way. If we don't find anything else today, I will come back and pick these. Yeah, more over there. In fact, we'll probably find some on other bits of fallen beech in this woodland. Anyway, let's press on, see what else we can find. Well, seeing a few things around, so we've got hopeful signs. Got what looks like a russula down there. And that one there looks like Lactarius of some species, but I'm not really very sure which one, so we won't pick it. Let's keep looking. So that's a hopeful sign. Up until now it's been so dry that I had very little hope we were going to see very many mushrooms, at least terrestrial ones, this year. But we've had a bit of rain and they seem to be coming back. Eva! I'm seeing quite a lot of these. I think that's Amanita citrina possibly, or Amanita pantherina, not very sure. Definitely an Amanita, and definitely I am wary of Amanitas, so even the edible species I steer well clear of, just because it's not a family I care to tussle with. So yeah, we got another Amanita down there, same species, not really sure which one it is, and not terribly inclined to find out. Not really seeing an awful lot else, but let's keep looking. Okay, well here's the first thing I've seen that I actually want to pick, and hopefully not the last today. And we've got here a little yellow chanterelle. There's a smaller one there too, but I'm not going to pick that. I'm just going to pick the one that is mature enough to be worthwhile. I'll have a little look around here because these things do tend to cluster, and we're on the right kind of habitat for it here. Oh yeah, I see some more down there, actually just underneath those fallen branches there. Well, we've seen a lot of fungus, but not the things I want to find. I'm not even really very sure what these are, and as you know, if I'm not sure, I don't pick it. So we'll just look at them and admire them and move on. Seems like what we're finding today is a lot of the things we don't want, but never mind. We're enjoying the outdoors, and it's nice just to be out here enjoying the peace and quiet, even if we're not finding specifically what we came here for. We'll keep looking. Okay, we've struck lucky down here. We've got, I think that is actually a boletus edulis that somebody's kicked over and left. It's a bit too far gone for what we want here. However, we've got some other specimens here which I think are just what I want. We're going to do the definitive identification right back at home, but these are, I think these are boletus edulis, I'm not sure, we'll see. Let's have a look at a more mature specimen. Yeah, like I say, we'll be sure when we get home, but one thing I am sure about is this is an edible species. So we'll get these home, we'll get them trimmed and in a basket, and we'll do the final ID back at home. Okay, so we're back home and we have identified that these are boletus edulis, penny bun, and you can tell that they're really good ones as well, because listen to this. They almost ring like a bell. Anyway, so what we're going to do with these is slice them really thinly. We've shaved off the dirty bits on the bottom. We'll brush off any dirt that's underneath the caps, and then we're going to slice them really thin and dry them out for use in the winter. So we're starting to do okay. We've got some boletes there, we've got one tiny little hedgehog mushroom and some lovely yellow chanterelles. I didn't notice while I was here picking these other boletes. There's a tiny one right here and there's another tiny one right there. It's tempting, isn't it, to go and take those, because those will be delicious tiny little young specimens, but I don't think it's right. So I'm going to leave those to grow on and they'll mature, and either someone else will pick them or they will get to mature and spread their spores. Right, we've got another nice little find here. Our old friend hedgehog mushrooms. Kind of unmistakable even from a distance, these kind of irregular splotchy caps. Creamy in colour, white when they first come out, like over there, and then turning to cream and almost yellow as they mature. So again, we've got quite a nice little collection of specimens right here. I will pick about half of them, I think, and we'll leave the other half to mature or for other people. So let's go and have a look at this one. There's a nice specimen there. Let's have a look. So there's a very nice and very typical specimen there. Wavy cap margin at this stage of maturity, and those little spines underneath. Good. Okay, camera's got to go down now because I'm going to need both hands to pick these and trim the dirt off them before I get them in the basket, because if I leave that dirt on there and it falls inside those spines, it'll be very difficult to clean them later. Okay, so more hedgehog mushrooms here, and a nice amanita that will kill us there. I think that's a destroying angel. So, just goes to show, you do have to be careful. You can't just wander through here and pick up anything you want. You've got to be a bit judicious. You've got to know what you're looking for. Which is why I kind of stick to the species that I know and love. So things like this hedgehog mushrooms, there are very few lookalikes for this, and the lookalikes there are rare or won't do you any harm. Now look at this, what a specimen. We're definitely going to have that one. So we've done pretty much okay today, more than I expected to find. So we've got some lovely seps, we've got some hedgehog mushrooms, and we've got some yellow chanterelles. And no doubt if I'd stayed out here longer, we could have filled this basket fuller. But actually what I've got here is enough for a meal for me and my wife. Probably a little bit of mushrooms to dry and preserve for later use, and some to give away to friends. And that's probably all I really aim to pick when I come out on a trip like this. Now, in one of my earlier videos, where I was just picking judiciously and just picking enough for me to have a taste and a meal that day, somebody in the comments accused me of something they call whimsy foraging. Now I just want to talk about that for a little bit actually, because their view was, if you've got this abundance all around you, you should be picking basket loads of this stuff and drying it to see you through the winter and trying to live off the land. Now that's a point of view, certainly. It's not one that I particularly subscribe to. I'm not trying to live off the land here. I work in an office, I've got a desk job, I've got a salaried job. Most of my food comes from a supermarket. I've got an ordinary life, and so this is a chance for me to get outside, enjoy the open air, and then bring a little bit of nature back home for my own enjoyment. This is very, very definitely a leisure activity for me. This is enjoyment. This is not subsistence, and I'm perfectly at peace with that. So whimsy foraging, well, if you want to call it that, then whatever, you know. But what I call this is just enjoying the outdoors, enjoying nature, having a little bit of appreciation and respect for what's available and what's out there in the woods for me. And by picking judiciously like this, I feel like I'm not doing foraging a bad name. People who come out here with wheelbarrows and buckets and pick the forest clean of fungi are giving foraging a bad name. I don't want to be part of that. I would rather get out here, enjoy what I can, pick only what I need, and leave the rest for nature and for others. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon.